Well, hello again, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Cardboard Crawlers RC channel. We are in the outdoor amphitheater this evening, a fine February Saturday evening, with a beautiful Maz Designs cliffhanger build here. Threw a different set of wheels and tires on this rig tonight because I had them sitting around. They were originally on this, and then they were on a FJ45 build, the long chassis, the XL chassis, carbon fiber, cab only build of the FJ45, and these have a pine tree insert from CCXRC. And they were sitting here, and so I decided I wanted to run them on this car and see how it does. It's pretty front end heavy, and I like the way that these tires, they're a little bit narrower than the tires that I had on this rig, and so I just wanted to check it out. Unfortunately, at night, I didn't have my readers handy, and sometimes I need them to see my phone very well. And so, unfortunately, while filming this, I bumped it into slow motion mode. And then in editing, I had to compress and decompress when I was transferring from the phone to the iPad, and then change the speed on the iPad. And what happens is that will oftentimes make it very grainy and almost out of focus. So pardon me, some of this video is not wonderful, and it's from that compression, decompression, graininess, because it's gone into like a slow motion mode. Hopefully, as it loads into 4K on YouTube, some of that comes out. That was a tough little line right there, a little jammed, had the wheel jammed down in there. But I just grabbed my camera up and probably just switched it to slow motion without realizing it, and then you can't really tell while you're filming, and I just don't really look down into the camera that much. I know that I'm, for the most part, in focus, quote unquote, generally speaking, and so I just try not to worry about it, and maybe I need to pay a little bit closer attention. And because, like I said, it sometimes gets very grainy once it's flipped into slow motion, and I'm not exactly sure where I did that, but in the editing process it looks a little grainy, so had to shimmy on that little rock right there, bang the steering link against it and get a little shimmy on. This is an interesting little side hill rock right here. It really kicks your passenger side down in there. Getting a little body rub on the tire, to be expected. This was running a 57 millimeter tire for a while, and now these are a 62 millimeter tire. So I really like the scramblers, as do quite a few people. Obviously, there are some newer tires out there that people are raving about, and it's all just money spent. So I have sets of tires for every truck I have, plus extra sets of tires. So at this point, I'm probably not going to go spending any money. I did just order an $11 set of the Injora silicone inserts. I thought, well, I could splurge and spend $11 on something, and so I did, and I got a green set of inserts. The yellows were like 3 weeks out, and so I got a green set. I have an idea of which truck I'm going to put them in, probably in the Grizzly Works Gladiator kit. Right here is where you can see some of this is real grainy, and so like I said, it was filmed in slow motion, then I had to compress it to transfer it to to airdrop it and then decompress it and change the speed on the iPad in the iTunes editing program. And yeah, so it just grains it out. And so I apologize for that. If you do like these videos and you want to continue to support me, please hit that thumbs up button. Leave a comment. Share it with a friend. Share it with your buddy. Share it with your grandma. She loves trucks more than you know. And yeah, just let the algorithm know you're paying attention by leaving a comment, especially. Letting this video play all the way through while you fall asleep is a good idea as well. This is about 12 minutes of good times here. And it did start raining as I came out to the rocks. And right here, this little section of rocks that we just came through seems to sit under a couple of trees and not get much water on it. But some of the other rocks had a little bit. As we get out towards the front of the course, towards the house, going towards that light there, there's a little bit more rain. And that's kind of what those flashes you see are. It's a little dust and or raindrops falling down. Raindrops keep falling on my head. So, love that full-size Komodo spinning up in there. They look real good. A little heavy for this size truck. I think that's something that probably belongs in the Gladiator, and eventually I may change that out. I really like what Mofo's got going on with the Nano Bam, and might get another one of those, and Rockwolf ESC for this rig, or yeah, probably, because they come like standardized for the Rockwolf. Once again, that's a real grainy part of film right there. You know, it's hit and miss, and like I said, I apologize for that. I'll try to do better, especially on my night shots. Usually during the day I can kind of see it. I just notice that it says slow-mo as I go to tap the record button, and I just didn't notice it. On those 6 or 7 clips that it was in, here's one right here, and you know, not the end of the world. We'll make it through. Kind of sketchy getting the wheels up there, and just had to let it sit back down into the crack. Getting caught up on the belly there a little bit, but you know, just spin it, just get the wheels turning and transfer your weight a little bit, and you know, you can't win them all. Like, these trucks are, you know, nothing's perfect here, just like nothing's perfect if you watched any of the King of the Hammers. You know, none of those rigs are making through every obstacle perfectly without dragging itself or having to use the skinny pedal quite a bit, or even get out and use a winch. You know, I mean, some of those, Vaughn Gittin Jr., they broke that truck, or broke his truck, yeah, once or twice. He broke a CV right in Turkey Claw there, and then I think his teammate's truck, they broke an output shaft on the second lap, and they were done. Monkey, that truck was done. So, you know, it happens to the best of them, and in the worst possible spots, and you know, it took Vaughn Gittin Jr. almost an hour to change out their driveline during a race while other trucks are driving by you and on you, like touching your vehicle while you're underneath it working on it. So, you know, sketchy days, you know, you got to get it done, son. Imagine how good this rig would work if I threw some oil shocks on it. I think I'm probably going to do that. I've been talking about it for a while and thinking about it, and I've just been real lazy about working on trucks. Haven't really wanted to do many upgrades to anything, but you can see here we got back to the wet rocks. Really not picking up water on the tires, but there's definitely some water on the rocks, and making traction imperfect if it ever is perfect. But it cleans them up for tomorrow, and hopefully we get a little bit of a downpour after a bit, and you know it looks like there's some rain in the forecast here. So I kind of like coming out and playing in the rain on these rocks. Not while it's raining real hard, but afterwards when they're a little bit slick, and it cleans them up and changes the way the sand feels under the tires, and you know, just changes the gist of everything. So it's a good time. I enjoy it, and I have some new rocks around that will get washed the dirt off of them, and then I'll place them kind of into some new sections. I have a new section getting ready to go in, and this is a little fun spot right there. That's a fun little alleyway right there. Call that the waterfall. We were crossing across the waterfall, not actually going up and down it. We were just crossing over part of the channel of the what would be a river. So, and then right here, just kind of trying to get rebalanced. Got kind of kinked up in there, and you got to kind of come out and then get turned into this rock like that. Get that wheel to bite and drive up it, and then boom, got it. We're gonna make it. Yep, nicely done. Pulling a little pine straw with us right there, but I think I let it go for one more little sequence, and then I reach out and just pull that out because it just drives me crazy. And then this is a nice little steep section right here, climbing up to these rocks, and you just kind of gotta get each tire to climb up the spot it needs to get to, and then you fall off, bump, burp, 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 burp. There it is, climbing, there it is, come on, traction, there we go, and it comes on through. So anyway, has been a couple of days since I made a video. Pardon me for not keeping up with the Joneses. Hoping you're all taking it easy and doing very well. Super Bowl Sunday tomorrow. I'll definitely make a video for those of you that don't want to watch the football. I'll get me a good long video going tomorrow mid-morning. And then that way we'll have 2 in a row here real quick. So thanks again. As always, appreciate each and every one of you. Hope you all have a good one. Cardboard Crawlers out.